Welcome to White Shoulders Boar Goats and Farmstead. Today we're going to pull some blood, and I'm going to show you how I do it, and I apologize for the darkness of the camera. Well, good morning-ish. So now that most of the does are probably bred, it is time to check for pregnancy. And how we do that is we pull blood on them, and then we send it off, and it tells us if they're pregnant or not. So that's what we're doing. I have 10 does that we are testing. So we always have to have stuff so that we can test everybody. So you're going to have some 3cc syringes, some 18 gauge needles. I'm using the, let's see, how long are these? These are 3/4 inch. I like the short ones personally. And you're going to need some red top tubes. Each tube I have written their name on, and they have gotten a number. And now all we really need is goats. Oh, and you'll also need some alcohol to wipe their neck off before you draw your blood. So let me go get some goats. Yesterday I did some toe trimming, and I think I got, oh gosh, I don't know, probably 10 goats trimmed yesterday. And I didn't video any of that, but I will probably get a couple of them done today. So I'm just going to open the gate here and pick and choose the ones that I want to come out, and just let you see how that works. 5 does in here that's coming out. Number 1, come on, Jenna. Jenna, and here's Jewel. Come on, Jade. Jewel, come on. Hurry up before the buck gets here. We're not taking all of them. We're just taking some of them. Come on, little girls. Come on, shoot, 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 shoot. We're going to leave the buck 2 girls keep him company, if he'll let these other ones out. Come on. Come on, little girl. Come on, little girl. Well, we might have to try again. Shoot, shoot. Come on. Come on, little girl. Hurry, before the buck comes. Come on, Cleopatra. Come on. Come on, little goat. Not big goat. Not buck goat. Come on, little goat. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than what you want it to. I might have to get her later. Gotten our 5 girls, and they're just over here making noise. Come on, girls. Come on, goats. No, you're going to the barn. No, not that way. This way. Come on. Come on, little goats. Come on. Yoo-hoo. Come on. Come on, girls. Come on. Okay. There's our 5 goats. Okay, so this is Jewel. She was bred, I believe, was it July 3rd, maybe? I'm not really sure. I don't remember. I know she's 30 some days. So what I usually do is I wash, clean off both sides of the neck. Everybody does this different. It is easier if you have a helper. I do not have a helper, so I am doing this by myself. So of course everybody knows they just love their alfalfa pellets. So they get their alfalfa pellets taken away from them when we're doing this. And put a halter on. She will get her alfalfa pellets back. These rope halters, they're a pain sometimes. You have to get their neck up and out of the way so that you can find their jugular, and that's what we're looking for, is a jugular. So I'm not hurting her, I just have her neck tied up here, her head's up so that I can get to her jugular vein, which is right here. And so take the needle and hold your finger on it, and then you just stick it up from the bottom. Make sure your needle is pointed away from you, and you should have blood, and you want at least 3 cc's, and that's it. Boom, she's done. So then, once you get that, you have the blood here. This is her name on the red top tube. You take the needle, don't push it, put it inside here, it sucks it in, and you're done. This is a 10 cc tube, so it'll hold quite a bit of blood. All we're doing is pregnancy tests right now. At the end of the year, we'll try to do some CAE tests, but that's it. You probably need to hold your hand on her throat for a few minutes to get the blood to stop, which it did. Then you can let her have her alfalfa pellets back. And now I'll trim her feet while I got her up here. So this is just one of the things that if they have been out for a while and she's been in another pasture and not back here by the barn, and this way when she's on here I can just trim her toes up and call it good. It also gives you a chance to check to make sure that they don't have any foot rot, because if they do, then you can treat it. She doesn't. She's just got some spots here. So she just gets a nip and a tuck, and that's it. Back foot. I don't have my hoof boss out today because This time of the year they don't have a whole lot of, they have growth, but these guys aren't so bad because I trim them all the time, so when they pull away from you, it can, you should wear gloves, so I'm not wearing them because I can't do anything with gloves on, but it's just that simple. Trimming their feet is just really easy. You just got to know not to quick them. So I'll get the other side and then I'll get another goat. So this is Jenna. And same as before. Get your alcohol. Wipe the neck down. They don't always like it. It's alright. Put your little halter on. They really don't like this part. Some of them less than others. All she really cares about is food, but I have to take it away so I can do my job. And hopefully she doesn't pull it down like her sister just did. And we'll see if we can get it. Kind of tuck the ear out of the way. Well, hold still. I gotta tuck your ear in. You know, I know you don't like it. It's okay. Her neck's a little bit longer, so it should be a little bit easier. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to even guess. Your vein is right here, and since she's pushing against the stand, she's making that vein pop out. I don't know if you can see that or not. There we go. Sometimes you have to pull it out a little to get the blood to come. Now let's see how much we got. We got to have at least 2 cc's, and we have at least 2 cc's, so we'll call that good. And we'll give her alfalfa pellets back. Find her little red top over here. And another thing that you should know about doing this is if you're going to test your does, you need to have individual syringes, because you don't want to mix their bloods together. Because it won't make any sense to mix the blood if you're testing for pregnancy on a more than one goat. Now we'll knock off some of the rough spots on her feet, put her back in and grab Jade, and then we'll open up the thing here and get the rest of the does in. And we'll get the Hercules does that have been bred. Now the ones I'm doing are the ones that were bred before July 5th, because it has to be at least 30 days. So in case you were wondering, if you're going to pregnancy test your does, they should be at least 30 days. Jade, I believe, is like 37 days since the buck bred her. I haven't seen her come back into heat, so. No. No fighting. Okay, so I've just finished trimming her. She didn't have any extra blood or anything. So I'll let her finish eating that, and then I'll grab Jade. Here's Jade. Now all these does that I have done, there's 5 of them here. They have all been in with Johnny, so they're likely bred by Johnny. And since they have most likely all been bred to Johnny, Johnny will be leaving in September to go to his new home. So same as before. Got to get the halter on. Jade is a little odd, so no, you're just going to hold your head up there. How about that? I need to make something to stick on here because they can't take it off, but I haven't done it yet. If she pulls it off, then so we make sure she's got her head up, ear out of the way so you can see. Oh, come on, Jade. Cooperate. She's got a long neck. I'm right-handed, so it's easier for me to do it from this side. For me, she knows if she lifts her head up, she can just get it off. Alright, jugular right here. Right down that crease. Okay, so she wouldn't hold still and she kept popping that off, so I put a screw in there to hold it. So anyway, your jugular is here. Right here in this crease. Come down here and try to hold it off. It should pop out here in a minute. Okay, I got it at an angle, and I've got it. There's her, like 3 cc's of blood, and then you should hold on to these. If they're, sometimes they won't bleed, and sometimes they just bleed like a, I don't know, a stuck pig, I guess. But you got to have at least 2 cc's. I got 3. She's chewing her cud, so you know she's really not all that upset about it. I'll give her her stuff back here in a minute, and then she'll be happy. And I got to trim her toes. I don't know if I showed you this cool part here. When you have your tube with your that's going to hold your blood, you just stick it in. Don't push it. No. Stick it in and it sucks it right in there. And then it's good to go. The reason that I'm even doing pregnancy tests right now is because I don't just want to send one. And this goat, this is Vale. I want to know if her AI took, and if it didn't, then I need to get a buck in with her so that she can still get bred. So this is the reason why I'm doing pregnancy tests. Vale is still mad at me from yesterday when she got her feet trimmed and she got the pour on. So she didn't want to cooperate. Ooh, nice big vein. And I can see it really good. And I didn't get it. I was off. There it goes. Got that sucker. Lots of blood. Lots of blood. And that's all there is to her. She's already had her feet trimmed. She was AI'd July 1st in a natural heat. And I'm hoping that she took, because it was my last straw and I really wanted kids out of that. But the straw itself was from the 1997 national champion buck, reserve national champion, I'm sorry. His sire was champion, Turu. So now she can have her stuff. And then I'll be done with her. You can lift your head up. There. And someday I'll learn how to use the ultrasound or find somebody that'll do it. But for right now, this is more accurate. So we're done with Vale. Not time for Cleo to have a pregnancy test because she was just bred a couple weeks ago, but she had to come up here and get her alfalfa pellets because she's jealous. So I'll let her eat a little bit of those, and then I'll get these other goats done, and then I'll show you what I have to do to send off this blood. Okay, so now that we're inside where it's nice and cool, because even though it says it's only like 78 degrees, it's very humid still. So you take your blood. I have 10 vials here. And they tell you to rubber band them together, like so. This particular company that I'm going to have this blood tested at, they do not require your blood to be refrigerated. So I don't have to refrigerate this. I just set it up and mail it off in a box. So you wrap it up in paper towels. You got to wrap it up in enough paper towels that if the vials break, that it can soak up the blood. So that's why I'm wrapping it in an insane amount of paper towels. And then you put it in a Ziploc bag. I've got a freezer bag here. I like using the freezer bags because I can write on the freezer bag. It has a little place where I can write on it, and I put the date that I collected the blood. I put the test that I am having performed, and then I put my phone number just in case they can't read something. And I'm gonna use a different box because this one's just too small. You ought to have a bigger box, but you put it in the box. I'm sending this off to DHI Cooperative in Columbus, Ohio, and all you do is fill in all your information. I put goat names. You can put their numbers. If you're doing numbers and you don't have names, you can put numbers instead of names. And then you put the days, how far along bred that they are. DHI only charges $3 per test. So there's other places that charge a whole lot more than that. But when you just want to know if the goats are bred and you're not wanting to do any other kind of testing, this is a really good place to do that at. They do the bioprin pregnancy test. When they usually like a 24-hour turnaround. So if you get it sent during the week, you're going to have the results sometime that week, depending on when they get it. 10 goats, $3 a head, $30 check. And the one thing that I did forget is I usually put this paperwork in a separate Ziploc bag just in case something breaks. And that way it doesn't get ruined and they can read it still. I'm just funny that way. But that's really all there is to drawing blood from your goats and sending it off. And I will have a video on just the test results for these 10 goats so that everybody knows if they got bred or not. So look forward to that. But anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful week and be safe out there. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And thank you to the new subscribers.